I'm Noah Nixon.
And I'm Archer Nicholson. As for being known as a killer in the U.S., Islam is now the second most practiced religion in the world, behind Christianity.
Starting in the early 600s, Islam was actually meant to be a peaceful religion that helped the poor and worshiped their god Allah.
In Islam, Allah created the earth and after a while sent down a prophet named Muhammad to spread the Islamic culture throughout the world.
Muhammad lived in a town called Mecca. One day he noticed that none of the people in his town would respect the poor. Breaking news!
To Roberto Dessa, who is on the scene.
Well, I am here in Mecca, where the Hajj has been canceled and moved to San Diego. There isn't a well time period, but it shall be moved in about a month. Not to you, Archer.
Thank you, Roberto. And now back to Islam. Muhammad went into a cave he found and started to pray for Mecca. This became his prayer cave, for he came here every day and prayed.
One day Muhammad heard a voice in the cave that said, "Recite, recite in the name of the Lord."
Muhammad believed he had been visited by the angel Gabriel. He went home to his wife and told her about his experience.
She was the first one who believed he was visited by Gabriel. For the next 22 years, Muhammad goes through a number of stories with all the Muslims at the time.
For the first 12 years, Muhammad would preach to Mecca, trying to convert them to Islam. During 622 CE, Muhammad and his followers moved from Mecca to Medina.
This was later known as the Hijra. In 638 years later, the Muslims returned to Mecca and captured the city. They cleansed the Kaaba and got the tribes of Arabia to vow allegiance to Muhammad.
2 years later, Muhammad died. Abu Bakr became the new caliph of Islam.
In 650, an even newer caliph named Uthman has the revelations of Muhammad written down in a book called the Quran.
Islam has 5 rules that must be followed in the Islam religion, known as the 5 pillars of Islam. The rules are: you must profess your faith, pray 5 times a day, give to charity, fast during Ramadan, and visit the most holy Muslim shrine, the Kaaba.
And now, at about 1.2 billion people and growing, Islam is predicted to become the most practiced religion in the world, reaching 4.8 billion people by 2080.
So is Islam still bad in your opinion? Because they are soon going to be the world's most main religion.